Hello and welcome to this introduction to SW Appraisee Pro. The aim of this project is to review the submission, review and administration of the magistrate's mentoring and appraisal process. Well, SW Appraisee Pro is a Microsoft Power application which aims to simplify the submission, review and administration of the magistrate's mentoring and appraisal process. Essentially, it's a one-stop shop for appraisers to submit appraisal forms, mentors to submit mentoring reports, TAAAC members to undertake their reviews, and it also allows the legal admin team to more easily administer the process from start to finish. It also allows for appraisees to add comments to their form throughout the process. And the same for legal advisors, it now allows them to add comments to the appraisal form. What are the features and benefits for appraisers and mentors? Appraisers and mentors are now able to save the forms, which allows them to complete them in more than one session. The entire form is more easily readable with each section of the form clearly defined. The app helps the appraiser and mentor by checking the form and highlights which questions still need to be completed before the form can be submitted. Forms submitted via the app are ready to be reviewed by the subcommittee as no processing is required. What are the features and benefits for TAAACs? They improve the quality of the forms as they can only be submitted if all required boxes are completed, including comments boxes if required. Forms are all in the same format and highlights which competencies need to be reviewed, i.e. red for no and green for yes. Members can easily see which reviews are outstanding via the summary screen. And it simplifies the process for TAAAC members. All forms which need to be reviewed are all in one place, accessible via the app. Members do not need to find appraisal forms or results in folders. After reviewing the form, members can easily record their decisions on the review screen. The application also allows both appraisees, appraisers and TAAAC members to more easily track the progress of an appraisal from start to finish. This is done via a status of that particular appraisal or mentoring form. So when a new form is created, the form has a new form status. When the form is then submitted to TAAAC and throughout the reviewing process, it would be under the TAAAC review status. Once that form has been reviewed and it's been completed, then it goes to the completed status. So both appraisees, mentors, TAAAC members can easily now see the status of their form as it goes through the system. You can see here that as the form is on SharePoint, appraisees and legal advisors can now contribute comments to the appraisal or mentoring form the appraiser is completing. So each person within that circle of 3 people, the appraiser, the appraising legal advisor, that can access the form via the app through their own dedicated area. And then there, for example, the appraisee can then add their comments, the legal advisor can add their comments, and those comments will then go onto the same form that the appraiser is completing. What happens to existing digital forms? Are they still required? Well, the answer to that is yes, because it's always important to have backup systems in place, especially if we are moving to using a new application to submit and review forms. The digital forms that we have set up in the Southwest now directly link into the Microsoft lists that underpin the actual application, and the forms now can still be used to submit data to those lists. So what does this mean? This means that if for any reason the app is unavailable, there's an IT issue, appraisers and mentors can still complete the appraisal forms via those Microsoft forms. That information will go into the lists and therefore can be reviewed via the application via TAAAC members. What we're also working on is to be able to review that information on the lists in SharePoint pages. So essentially we have a backup system sitting alongside the app. So if, as I say, it's always important with any application to have contingency plans in place. So if the app needs an update or for some reason the IT is not available for any particular reason, then magistrates can still use the Microsoft forms and TAAAC members can still access that information via SharePoint to undertake their reviews. Obviously, the best user experience will be through the app, but we do have those alternative methods to fall back on if we need to. The Appraisee Pro app only currently covers appraisal and mentoring reports. It does not cover applications to the various different roles and committees. Applications are different in that TAAACs can set additional eligibility criteria, so therefore the forms need to be designed in such a way that they are flexible and can be easily amended with those additional criteria. The next stage would be to look at adding those forms in, but we want to get the system up and running. Appraisal reports and mentoring reports are the bulk of the work that goes through the different committees, so that is a good place for us to start. And then obviously, assuming that the app is successful, we can then extend it and update it to hopefully include those application forms as well. TAAACs can therefore use the application to review those as well in the future. So how can this app be developed further? What are the long-term benefits? Well, as we now are recording appraisal information in a Microsoft list, we can connect Power BI directly to Microsoft lists, which allows that seamless data import and analysis. So once they're connected, you can do things like visual appraisal timelines. So you can forecast when appraisals are due and visualize these in Power BI. You can look at trends in data, so identify competency gaps. For example, looking at which competencies are usually marked as not demonstrated. Is there trends? What further and training and support could be offered to magistrates on general themes? So applying filters, groupings to examine patterns across regions, roles or time periods. And looking at things like forecasting tools within Power BI that we can use to predict future appraisal volumes or potentially training needs based on historic data. That concludes this presentation.